Later on, he took her to by force to Sri Lanka. She had that power of the chastity. She had already. She got it. She got it. Before that, she was little. I mean, half a mind in the sense what Rama is doing is not correct. Some sort of feeling like that. All those things are God. When she went there, she had full powers. That is the reason why Ravana could not go in, could not even touch the Sita, 2 to 3 feet away from her. That aura, that Patrata Shakti came to her when he was it was lifting behind, when we was carrying her. He carried with the heart, with the heart HUT.
Oh, okay,
Those
okay.
things we'll discuss later on.
Yes, uncle. Can I quickly present the summary of last session, uncle?
Go ahead.
Sure, uncle. Then we can get started. So, uncle, I think we were going into the starting part of the Aranya Kandam where, 1 minute, uh, Lord Rama was in actually the argument continued between Bharata and Lord Rama, and actually Lord Rama allows Bharata to argue, and then finally they come to the conclusion that he has to take the Padukas. Then we went into how the story of Indra's son, uncle Jayanta, who actually he was a pampered child, so he went and he pricked the foot of Sita Devi, and then he suffers for that. So then he becomes a crow and he pricks the foot of Sita Devi. Then later on he goes to Brahma, to Ishvara and everyone, and finally they send him back to Lord Rama, who Sita Devi is very compassionate towards him and she forgives him. So then Lord Rama moves on to Sarabhanga Muni's ashram.
No, hey, wait. You said
Yes.
about the purpose of Jayanta story comes
Yes,
because
yes.
the concept of
I,
Upanayanam.
yes.
Most important. That is
Yeah.
most important.
Yes, uncle. Since even Jayanta was pampered so much, he did not know about all the gurus, how to respect elders and all those things. He was brought up without all those kind of teaching and the tutelage. So the concept of Upanayanam was given by Lord Rama after Jayanta. The purpose of Jayanta doing all these things is just to introduce the concept of Upanayanam, where
He taught this Upanayanam to the sages of that area to go and spread this concept of Upanayanam.
oh, okay,
He
okay.
explained what is Upanayanam, Ayanam, and he explained. Rama took so much of time to explain to those sages. Sages offered their salutation. We will follow this. Only Upanayanam started only from Treta Yuga,
Oh,
not
okay.
even not even Satya Yuga. Only Treta Yuga Upanayanam started. There are two things. One, they will teach you the purpose of life. Then second, what is the purpose of marriage? These are the two things they will learn from Upanayanam. Okay,
Okay.
next, go ahead.
Then we went into how they went to Sarabhanga Muni's ashram. Then later on, they faced the demon called Virada, who take Lord Rama and Lakshmana on his shoulder, and he tries to run away and leave them in the seashore, and then he tries to do that. Then Lord Rama and Lakshmana cut his shoulders, and he is actually a celestial angel called Tumburu, who used to be the assistant of Kubera, but he argued with Lord Kubera so that he is cursed to become that demon, that is the
No,
Virada.
no, here, listen. Here, what is it we learn out of it mean if you are number 2 or number 3 in your particular organization, whatever it is, if there is number 1, follow his advice. Follow his advice. If you can have, if you have doubts, clear your doubts, but don't question his authority because he is number 1. That's why tadvidhi panipratena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshate jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha says in Bhagavad Gita. If you want to learn more, paripratena, put a sarashtanga namaskar by like a rod fell at the feet of your number 1. Then what happened? Pariprasnena. If you have any doubts, put it. These are the doubts I have. Please clear. Don't put a question to him. I was so arrogant in the beginning. I did not believe Swami. So in 1967, I was a non-believer. I belonged to the other side of it, atheist side of it. But I was compelled to go to Anantapur in 1967. There, what happened? And my wife was a devotee of Siddhi Sai, and our sister, her brother-in-law is the DMO of Anantapur. Swami is coming to DMO's house for lunch or something. Then his sister, his wife, telephoned to my wife, please come, please come. The Swami is coming, Swami is coming. I asked this, but you go. I'm not coming. You take your son, my two sons and go. No, no, no. And my father-in-law was the Union Public Service Commission chairman. He's an elderly man, about 65 years. No, he says, sir, you have to come. See, without husband, how can it be? I mean, I said, all I told the elderly person is requesting, okay, I'll come. And one case, don't ask me to go and touch his feet and don't stand before him bending my head and all those. I don't do that. It's all right, you please come. So they came. Next day morning, Swami was about to come. I was playing cricket. I was a cricketer in those days. I played cricket for the MCC and all those. So then Swami is coming now. Swami is coming. So what? Go. No, no. What is this? You have to stand here. We have to receive him. You are one of the persons, one of the my sons-in-law. You have to receive, and you have come all the way from Chennai. Okay, I received. I stood. Why should somebody is going? So I just looking at him. My head bent down like this without my knowledge. When he looked at me and smiled at me, my head bent down. And what is this? Why did I bend my head? I don't know. The next time when he come, I will see. I'll keep my head up. When he came there again after 5 minutes, again my head bent down. Then I was wondering, what is this? Okay. Then next day, on previous night, my son was second son Harish, who is now in USA. He was not well. So my wife was telling me, son is not well. I say, you are in the house of a district medical officer. Your brother-in-law he has got 100 doctors at him. Talk to him. He will make arrangement. Don't disturb me. I said. He said, what is this? You are too selfish. This all. I don't disturb me. Something like we are having an argument. Morning 7 o'clock, 7:30. Swami is supposed to come for breakfast. Then the moment he came there, he looked at me. Why did you fight your wife yesterday? Why did you fight with your wife? I was wondering, how did you know? How did you know that I was arguing with her? Then I asked, how do you know? Look at my arrogance, my ignorance. How do you know? Yeah, I was there. Where? I was there in the room. You were wearing this kind of a shirt. Your wife was wearing this kind of a colored saree. Your boy was like this. And there's a photo here, photo. You were explaining the entire room. I was just wondering what to do. What is this he's talking? Probably my brother-in-law, that is my wife's brother-in-law, Dr. DMO, must have told you about. Oh, do you think he told me everything? No, I was there. I was watching everything. Okay, kept quiet. I did not want to talk about it. Then lunchtime came. I was hungry. I told our people, I said, give me food. No, 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 no. Swami is there. You can't give food unless Swami asks. So unless you sit with Swami only. First Swami, then only others. I said, what to do? Then I went to Swami. I did not even call Swami in those days. Lunch is ready. Bangaru, you please go and have it. I'm waiting for some prawns, couple. I bless them and then join. You can go and have food. So I came here. I told our people, food is ready. Food, serve the food. He asked me to have food. They said, no, we won't give you food unless he comes and sits, has, then only you should. I said, okay. So I went there and I was watching 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whether these couple will come out or not. I saw slowly, I removed the screen and saw Swami was putting his two hands on the heads of the two people, husband and wife. Both are crying, French people. And by the time he came, the wife had a big chain up to the waistline with a cross, and for the husband, a ring. They were so the Gracie. They say, Gracie means thanks, I think. We listened. Then we came to Swami. I was seated. You know why? Like an MLA, I took my hand like this. Gave me what question? You will say, what sort of a question? Most arrogant question. You do not know French. They do not know English. What language did you speak? Look at the way of my arrogance. This is called arrogance. So he said in Telugu, నోటి భాషలు వేరైనా ఆత్మ భాష ఒకటే కదా. That means whatever the language of the tongue, the language of the heart is the same for all. So I could not go further question. No, that's why we started with arrogance. The slowly became a divinity. So I'm telling you, you should not argue. Accept whatever your number one says. You may not understand the importance of it. Slowly you will understand. Slowly you'll understand. This one we should learn from that Kubera, and that is what is his name? Is Virada Tumburu. This one he is number 2 or 3 in the Kubera's argument in administration, but you must follow that. So this one we should learn from this story. Next, Mandaka Parni Muni.
Yes, uncle. Then we went into the story of Mandaka Parni.
Uh,
So he was actually sent celestial nymphs by Indra. Then he actually, in order to Indra sends all the celestial nymphs, or he comes and fulfills their boons in order to disturb the tapas, because
Correct,
other
correct.
people will come and take his post.
correct.
So even politics was there in that time also.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then he what happens is Mandaka Parni Muni actually he creates five lakes, celestial lakes for the nymphs, so that they can go and they can take bath or do whatever. So only one, uncle, you mentioned only one of the lakes is still remaining, and all the 4 lakes disappeared now,
Correct.
not there. So then after that we went into how even the sages came to Lord Rama and requested that there are many demons who are disturbing their tapas. So to which Lord Rama assures them that they won't be disturbed anymore. So Sita Devi starts questioning Lord Rama, why are you agreeing to fight someone that who you don't know?
Yeah.
Uh, yes, uncle.
Correct. Go ahead.
Then even Sita Devi says that you have all the 3 good qualities that a good man should have, but you are failing in this alone. Then
Third, failing the third one.
third one.
The third is never show enmity towards somebody whom you do not know.
Yes.
You wanted to kill somebody whom you do not know. You have not seen those Rakshasas. Then how do you say that you wanted to kill them? This is the question Sita asked.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, uncle. Then Lord Rama replies that I have come I have descended to protect the devotees. So if other people disturb them, and whoever they disturb the devotees, and whoever don't follow the Vedas are my enemies. Then Sita Devi also continues to ask these questions like, why are you doing all these things? Why are you walking on the barefoot? And why are you could just go back after 14 years, right? Then to which Lord Rama replies that during that Kanyadana time, your father promised me that you will follow me whatever I do and wherever I go.
Correct.
So is it not your dharma to do that? Then uncle, then we went into how the Dandakaranya is actually the present day Hampi and Bellary, that location is the start.
From the it begins from Hampi and Ballari, comes to south.
Yes, uncle. Then I think with that point we actually concluded. A little bit of Sage Sarabanga story was there, but I think it was not covered, uncle. So
Okay. Now you see this Sharada Haite had come. She is the one who asked for questions. You ask her where she has got any questions.
I think auntie is available now, uncle.
You talk to her.
Sairam auntie.
Sairam, Sairam.
Sairam Sharada ji. You have
Yeah.
some questions.
Question. Some Swami's devotee only say that these are the Muslims. They are creating issue in country and all. So they forward the message like we should not buy the things from there. So they are making the money and using it for some bad purposes. I mean, for terrorism activities. And they are saying boycott them.
Yes, I already answered this question last time.
And some more things are like.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell me, what are your questions?
Yeah, so they say that only the Allah is God and all. So that's the reason they're hardcore people. So we should. Yeah, they are converting all other people also
Yes.
to. So
All
they are
religion.
scared of that reason.
To their religion. Yes. So you avoid such people. You stick on to your own rules and regulations, and your own concept of life, and whatever you have been taught by your divine preceptor, by Guru or Swami, whatever it is. Follow that. Don't involve in them. Let them talk. You are in this society surrounded by so many people, but you are pure by yourself. That's all.
Yeah.
we should not join them. That I agree with you. Yes, they are
Yeah.
using the money for weapons and then creating hijab. You see, in India today, hijab, that is that dress code. Oh, we don't
Yeah.
want to all, and it become international problem now. School dress, remove the school dress, wear school dress, uniform school dress. From there, a particular school in Udupi, now it has gone to India, it has gone outside India, Arabian countries. See, unnecessarily. Peace is disturbed. And they call it again, they say, Salam alaikum, may peace be upon you. Where is the peace? They are reacting against it. But whatever it is, let them not criticize them. Let us not criticize them. We follow our own concept of life. The Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. We follow that. That's all. But don't be bothered about the world. World is like that. You cannot say, oh, why can't they be pure? Well, it is their prarabdha karma. What can you do? You tell me. In your own house, let us say, our own house, you are there, your sister is there, your brother is there. They have a different concept, you have a different concept. That depends upon your previous karma. So let us just leave it, and the prarabdha karma can be changed, provided you come to the divinity side of it. So therefore, let us not bother about what others do. Let us stick out our own rules and regulations. That's all. Be happy with that. That's a mad world. That's why you should call it. Don't go there. Don't take it.
Yeah.
Don't listen to it also. Okay. Anything else?
No, uncle.
Oh,
That's what I say. All
oh.
are not bad people.
No, no.
So
My point. We are not saying who is bad, who is good. I don't want to be bad. That's all. My question is.
okay.
That's all. We're not bothered. Who are you to judge others whether it's
Yeah.
bad or good? I am not bad. That's all I know. I don't want to be bad. I follow every time I see Swami, or when I see the Swami's photo, I feel divine in me. I listen to Swami's lecturers, Swami's speech. So I am busy with that. So I don't want to be disturbed by others. Others are going, you go. You want to dance, go and dance. Do whatever it is. See,
Yeah.
there is a difference between dance. I tell you, our dance and ours is not a dance. Ours is not a dance. English people say dance. No, that is not our. Ours is natya.
Oh,
Nwatya or Rutya, Nruthya. What does it mean? Natya means movement. Movement, contemplation in movement. So it is another ritual. All our the Indian Natyas are rituals in contemplating, in living with God. That is the meaning of Natya. Bharatanatyam, Bharata means Brahmavidyam Tasyam Brahmate iti Bharataha. You are concentrating, contemplating on the knowledge of Supreme Ability Truth with your movements, rhythmic movements of the song. So it gives divinity feelings to those who watch others, those who saw the viewers. So here the advantage is for the singers, advantage for the dancer, a performer, and advantage for the viewers. We feel the divinity in us when she acts like a Radha, especially in Radha, you feel as if she is craving for Lord Krishna's presence. Whereas in those days, when you tell European dances are different, they wanted to encourage their dance between man and woman. They want to create their own heat for between man and woman. That is different. Here, there is no man, there no woman. The woman is craving to be with God, to have the vision of God. So that is the difference between our culture and their culture. So let us not bother about them. Let us stick out our own culture. Okay? Shardaji.
okay. Yeah. Yes.
Good,
Thank
good.
you.
Right. Swaroop, where's Swaroop? Gone? Where is Swaroop?
Yes, uncle. No, uncle. My mother was leaving for office, uncle.
Okay. So shall I continue now?
Yes, uncle. We can
Right.
continue to on the story.
Now you're talking about this Sarabanga. This Sarabanga, see, what is this Dandakaranya? What is the difference between Aranya and Hiranya? Hiranya means gold. Aranya means where humanity, civilization is not there. Secluded place. That is the reason why in those days the Munis goes to secluded place, sit in Aranya separately to enjoy, to experience God within themselves. So that is Aranya. In that Aranya, this was known as Dandakaranya. So this Dandaka was a ruler, a demonic ruler of this area, and he he killed all the people who were doing hermitage people, and because of that, one of the disguises of Lord Vishnu came and killed the Dandaka, killed his lineage, and he had weapons used in killing this. He handed out all those weapons to Agastya. You keep it, I'll come back to you. So that is the Dandakaranya. So this is the reason of Dandakaranya, why Rama had to come to Dandakaranya, because he was promised to Agastya in his previous disguise, previous incarnation, they'll come back and take the weapons from you. You see that? How that is the different link in Ramayana. So that is the reason why we'll come to Agastya. Now we're talking about this Sarabanga Muni. Sarabanga Muni, and in this Aranya, which is thickest forest, there are several hermitages are there. Yeah, the difference between one yojana to one yojana means one yojana is equal to 8 miles. One yojana, 2 yojana, 3 yojana, so many in the Dandakaranya again. With all those demonic qualities, demonic disturbances, they were there. That only shows their perseverance. See, what we learn, you are doing something. I was doing bhajan, I was watching Swami's movie, whatever it is. Meanwhile, my friends came, so I had to talk to them. So that means you have weak mind. You have no perseverance to continue. You could ask those people to wait. No, here this is the reason different. You must have that, what do you call that, compulsion. No, I must. So for example, you must know J.R.D. Tata. This Tata once was invited by Prince Philip, who is no more now, husband of Queen Elizabeth, invited to come to Buckingham Palace, and he wanted to honor him. A date has been fixed, but finally he did not go. So they asked why. He says he had two dogs, DOGS, to whom J.R.D. Tata is a bachelor. He's a bachelor. Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata was a bachelor. So this bachelor, what he was doing, he was only looking after these dogs, and those fell ill, it seems. No, they were depending on me. They fell ill. Therefore, I'm not coming to Buckingham Palace. And leader, the information was given to Buckingham Palace that he did not come because his dogs were, sick, and he was asking that man, please convey my my appreciation. He was taking care of his own dogs, which depended on him. That is the character we learn now from this Tata. See, like that, everything we have to learn from our others' actions also you should learn. So this Sarabhaga Muni, he came here, and here what happened in this Sarabhaga Muni, he was always contemplating on Bhagavan, and he was expert in meditation. So Indra came there, he said, please come to our loka, teach us how to do this, how to contemplate on God, how to enjoy the presence of God. He says, no, I'm not coming, wait. He said, I'm not coming. See, Tata what said, I wait. He also said, wait. Here what happened? Wait. Then Kubera thought he cannot do, so he went away. Rama comes. So he was waiting for Rama's arrival. Even though Kubera called Indraloka, come there, enjoy yourself, and teach us for all our people. He said, no. So he was waiting for Rama's arrival. That only shows his devotion, his determination, his dedication, all these 5 Ds. Whatever Swami says, 5 Ds, these 5 Ds you should follow here. This is what this Sarabhanga Muni followed. This is what we learned from Sarabhanga Muni. Now it is only Sarabhanga Muni who tells us, now you spend some time here, then you go to a place, you go to 1.5 yojana from here, there is a ashram for Agastya. You please go to Agastya Muni. You have to go meet him. There is something for you from Agastya. So this Agastya, I think I told you, he was born without any mother. He is known as Kumbha Sambhava. He was born in a water jar. This Kumbha Sambhava, what happened? One of his ancestors, he saw some ancestors, they were hanging down without being burned, without being cremation, hanging upside down, legs there, head there. So they asked, what is the matter? Unless their own lineage man comes, a boy comes and does, then only they pray, then only their body can come down, their cremation can be done. So Agastya, what he did was, he's a bachelor. He cannot marry. So he created he also manufactured a plastic woman, like what do you call it, plastic woman. In those days, he created a woman with a soul. That is known as Lopa Mudra. He created, but he did not want to touch her. So he had to put eyes. He takes the best thing in every animal. He takes the eyes in a deer. He's going to walk from peacock. Like that, everything he takes and makes it a beautiful woman. And this woman, he goes and hand it over to the king. Then king then their children come and do it. The cremation was done after the son was born to Lopamudra by the king, by the Vidarbha king, not Agastya. So Agastya was such a character. You must know. This Agastya also was in north. So when he was short by nature, by height. So when India mountains were growing, like Himalaya mountains, it's growing slowly. So he came to India mountains. Say, I want to go to south to see people. So I can't walk too much. Reduce your height. So I'll walk. Then afterwards, when I come back here, then afterwards you can grow. India mountains agree. So he came back to south, never went back to north. So Vindhya mountain could not grow. Vindhya mountain had to stop it. So this, what does it mean? Every sage who experienced God within himself, and whatever they say, it becomes the eternal truth. That is the reason why we had so many sages, so many God experienced devotees in this country when compared to the other country. Other country, you take 5,000 years ago. What was there in Europe? What was there? There only you had Egyptian civilization, Roman civilization, and Greek civilization. There you don't see any sages. You saw kings. King is fighting this king, that king. Only kings were fighting. Sages, no. We only heard of Old Testament. You see the prophet or Muhammad. Prophet. They use the word prophet. That is whatever he says that becomes true. Is that a sage? He has a wife. He has got children. That he has no mind control. Prophet. Prophet Muhammad has got 8 wives. Now what do you say? He is given as Prophet Muhammad. We don't have. For us, once you become a sannyasi, you are sannyasi. And even after marriage, you become a sannyasi, your wife is another devotee. That's what happened in the case of Raghavendra Swami. In South, he's from South, Tamilian. He had a wife, he left. And he said, no, you are an individual Atma with your body. So let us forget about husband-wife relationship. And he came away, he came to the South, somewhere in Tamil Nadu, I think. So he had his own ashram. So his wife also became a sage. See, this is the purpose of life in this country. That's what in Ramayana we should learn. What we learn is that we are nothing. We are only limitation. We have our own limitations. And this Raghavendra Swami, the Hyderabad Nawab, Muslim, so he used to make fun of him. Or Mr. Raghavendra Swami, we are coming to see you. He said, please come. So he bought all the plates, presents. You know what the present? Chicken, meat, this, that, all sort of non-vegetarian food he brought. And Raghavendra Swami saw, and he knew that this fellow is bringing only non-vegetarian food, just to ridicule him. Then what Raghavendra Swami did? He just closed his eyes, opened his eyes. So he removed all the cloths. Then only flowers and camphor, only these things were there. The Hyderabad Nawab was taken aback. These people have got so much of powers. So he bent down his head to Raghavendra Swami. Why I'm telling Raghavendra Swami now, about 200, 300 years ago, imagine the case of Ramayana in Treta Yuga, sages, what sort of power they had, spiritual power they had, but still they are humble. They never used any weapons to kill. That's why they were waiting for Rama to come and do the job. Because Rama is Kshatriya. The Sannyasattvam, they took Sannyasattvam. That is away from the crowd, away from humanity. So they cannot fight, even though they have the power. See, this is what we should learn. We should not misuse your power. Sannyasi cannot misuse his power by killing people, by fighting people. Even though you are hurt, you have to keep quiet. You must have perseverance, patience, tolerance, perseverance. This is the quality of devotee, sages in those days. That's why Rama comes there. So the Sarabhanga finally advises, please go to Ayodhya. Go to Agastya Mahamuni. So when you go to the Agastya Mahamuni, Agastya see, but Rama, I was waiting for you. He says, how? See, I know who you are. Previously, a divine incarnation came and handed over this sword, other weapons to kill the Dandaka people. Here it is for you. You take it. He said, I'll come back. You'll come, you take it. He gives it to them. So he takes all those things, and Agastya Mahamuni teaches. I told you Aditya Hudaya mantra. That is, what do you mean by Aditya Hudaya mantra? Rama does not know anything about it, but he says, sir, whatever I know, my Lord, Aditya Hudaya mantra means you will always be shining, glowing, no darkness, supreme ignorance is completely gone, no ignorance at whatever it is, you are supremely powerful. So if you have that means your eyes could see. Sun represents your eyes in our body. Mind is moon. So this you have your sun. You can see anything at anywhere at any place. Why he has given that this Agastya says he knew that Sita was in Lanka. Rama could see. That is the power of Aditya Hudaya mantra. So he gave it, and he did not. Rama kept quiet. Okay, please give it like this. So the Rama, after spending some time in Agastya's ashram, then he says, from here, please go 1.5 yojana means 12 miles. There, when you go there you have a Panchavati. That's a place called Panchavati. You have a ashram there. You can live there. But on your way, there is a big banyan tree, and there you can see a big vulture. Go and take the blessings of the vulture. Rama accepts it. Though Rama is a king, Rama is a god, he accepts. So they came. On the way, they saw the banyan tree. There is a big bird, vulture, called Jatayu. See, Jatayu, Rama, please come. I was waiting for you, he says. I am, don't think I'm a bird. I was born in the lineage of Kardama Muni and one of the daughters of Daksha. So I was born in the lineage, and for me, my equals are Adishesha, then Garuda, and myself. We are all equal. So we have that much of powerful. And your father was in distress in a war. I went there, helped him to send away all his enemies, drive away all his enemies, and he was very thankful to him. So I said, okay, and then I came back. Now I'm a friend of your father. You understand? He said. Then immediately, if a friend of your father, Rama, look at the way of Rama's humbleness. If you are a friend of my father, you are equal to my father. Though I did not, I lost my father. I could see my father's qualities in you. Accept my salutations, he says. Just imagine how humble Rama is. Then, in that Agastya, I forgot to tell you, the Agastya Mahamuni, he called this Sita. Sita, see, you are arguing so far because I told about that argument between Rama and Sita. Then he says, Anasuya gave you tilak, you are not applying. Please apply now, he says. Only with that apply he came, then she becomes calm herself. The tilak is a representation of your chastity and your sumangali. That's why all ladies in our country put here because Sita did it, put it, and also they put it here in the end of the forehead and the beginning of the forehead. These are the two things. Beginning of the forehead is between two eyebrows, where eye of netra, that is netra gnana. For netra gnana for Advaitic people, netra netra bhakti. That is because of the Vishishtadvaita. Vishishtadvaita, they call it a devotional eye. They call it spiritual eye. They're different. But what it is the third eye. Third eye is opening because of the tilak. That's why the ladies is always represented as respected by man. Man does not have that kind of a power. Woman has got that kind of power. Sita proves it. So Ramayana proves it that every woman is a mother to you. You have that feeling, he says. Now, okay. So they go to Panchavati. Panchavati asked Lakshmana, let us live here for some time because it seems a good place. And nearby Godavari river comes in. Godavari river follows. We can have our bath and a good area. Fruits are there, vegetables are there, flowers are there. Enough we stay here. And then they construct a heritage and they lived. Now, in the case of Lanka, Lanka was in 10 yojas, 10 yojanas away from South India. So that means there are 800 miles gap. But today the gap is hardly 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers. So that means the land has gone. Land has been overmatched with the water. The ocean took over the water. Today's, according to Swami, today's Lanka is hardly 1/4 of the original Lanka, Swami says. So this is what. Now what happened here, this Panchavati, and they are staying here. In Lanka, Ravana was the king. I think I told you about Ravana. Where was Ravana born? You know that? Not in Lanka. He was born in Noida. Noida means Delhi. A Brahmin to a Brahmin. He was a Brahmin, and he did not want like this. His ritual. He did not believe in this thing. He went to USA. He went to Himalaya mountain for tapas, where tourist attraction. If you go to Kedarnath, if you go to tourists also, they to take you go there. There is a Kund. Kund means a small pond, Pond. They call it a Ravan Kund. You know it is there in Ravan. And when the tourists take, hey, don't touch that water. He says, water naturally you want to drink. When you touch, no, don't. Why? This is Ravan Kund. So what? If you touch there, you lose your skin, leprosy, this, that, and all those. So you know it is there. So the Ravan came here, and he saw people are all being misguided by people. He did not believe in all those things. And his wife is born in Meerut, Meerut, near Lucknow, called Mandodari. What do you mean by Mandodari? One has got a small waistline. That is called Mandodari. So he married her, and this is not a place for us to live. They came to south. And they come to south, still ignorant people are there. Ignorant people in south of Dandaka and all those are ignorant people. So then he went to the Lanka. I stayed there. So he became the king. He had a brother called Kumakarla, Vibhishan, and all those things. And he got a sister, younger sister called Surpanaka. Surpanaka. Surpa means sharp, Sharp. Naka means nail. She can only kill people with the nails. That is the power she had. And she was married at young time. Ravana got a husband for her, married. So she was very happy with her husband. She is a very passionate woman, full of lust, passionate woman. So what happened, once there is an argument between Ravana and his brother-in-law, and Ravana did not like the argument of brother-in-law, he killed his brother-in-law. Now Surpanaki becomes a widow. Now where to continue, how to go give complaint? He cannot give complaint against the king. He is the one is the murderer. He kept quiet. So then what happened? He had lust again. He wanted another man. Where to go? In Lanka, if you go to, everybody will come to know. So they're better to go to the other island. They come to South India. So he comes to South India. See, in South India, mostly wherever he wants, he saw only hermitages. Sannyasis are there. Yeah, she should go ask Sannyasi to come with me, lie with me, and all those. And they refuse, they go, then she kills with her Surpanaka, with nails. So that's what they were. So she happened to come to Panchavati. In that Panchavati, she saw Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita. And she was more enchanted by Rama. Better to like, I'll take Rama with me. I'll be with Rama. She asked Rama. He said, well, I'm already married. He, my wife, is there. So go to Lakshmana. He's alone. He goes there. He was playing. I'm only a servant. How can you be? What is of marrying a servant? The boss is there. Marry the boss, proprietor, Rama. So she was going here and there. But Rama and Lakshmana, she got wild. Oh, this is because that woman is there. That better to kill Sita. So she goes to Sita to wound her. Then at that time, Rama advises Lakshmana, say, be careful. She is going to Sita. So immediately he caught out of her, touched his nose and eyes, ears and nose, and said to her. Now what happened? She did not go directly to Lanka. She had her own relatives in Dandakaranya, Khara and Dushana, Trishira. They are supposed to be her cousin brothers. Each one has got more than 5,000, 6,000 people under him. They are dons. So she goes to Khara. I say, this is what happened. See, the Rama is there, Lakshmana was there. Why to go and fight with him? And what is this? After all, they are sannyasis. What is the myself sannyasi? I have sent my people, my youngsters. So they went there. Then Rama came to know that they have come. He asked Sita and Lakshmana, be in a cave, go to a cave, be stay there, I'll take care of all these people. So there about 2 people came, they were killed. Then 20, the 100, 200, 300, everybody. Then he sent his commander in chief. They also came. Everybody was killed. Then finally, Dushana, they come. Kara comes last. Kara is supposed to be almost power of that of Ravana. That kind of a man he had. So Ravana, he was killed by Rama. Then Sita thought, there is no use of how can I get Rama to me. The best thing is, and there is one, and in the meanwhile, there is Akampana, who is a secret agent of Ravana. What is going on here in Sri Lanka, in South India, he goes and tells them, like CID, species, James Bond 007. So he goes and tells Lanka, I say, this is what happening. So let us be, we have to careful about, and there is a beautiful Sita and all those things. So Sita then Superniki felt, how to get Rama to me? Best thing is, Akampana, and she tells Akampana, say, you tell the same thing what I'm going to tell Ravana. Okay, the plan. Of course, Ravana, there's a beautiful girl there. You may have so many girls that there are so many wives, they are no good at all when compared to the divine beauty of Sita. So you go to Sita and you take the Sita. When Sita comes there, the Rama and Lakshmana became deserted. They may not have fight. Then easy to kill them. Then I can easily take Rama along with me. That's her plan. Surpanaka plan. Then that man's plan. See one thing, devotion. She wants to kill. She wants Rama. She wants God. But method she adopted is illegal, immoral, demonic. But she wants Rama. But no perseverance, no patience, no tolerance, nothing. She wants to fight only. This is what happened. This is what happened to Surpanaka. Those Surpanaka he did. So Kara Dushana, everybody was gone. So then only Ravana plans to come. And that is the reason why Agastya Mahamuni asked Sita to wear tilaka. I told you before, just about 5 minutes ago. Because the tilaka, she gets all the power of woman chastity. Then when he comes, then he did not come directly. Then he goes to Maricha. Who is this Maricha? Maricha is a son of Taraka, we call it, not Tataki, Taraka. Taraka was a demoness, was killed by Rama during younger days, during the teenage when Vishwamitra took them for education. So at that time, this Taraka was a beautiful woman married to Sunda, Sunda. When they married, they had 2 sons. One is Maricha, other is Subahu. So when we were there, Agastya Mahamuni went there, she was ridiculing him, Agastya Mahamuni. So Agastya Mahamuni cuts her to be a demon. So that his wife, Sunda's wife, became Taraka. So to take vengeance, she wanted to kill all the sages. So when Rama comes there, Vishwamitra was there, Rama and Lakshmana were there. When comes, so she wanted to fight with Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra, I cannot fight Rama, you have to fight. Rama says, how can I fight with a woman? She's not a woman. She's got a man, she's got all the man qualities, not a woman qualities and all. See, she's throwing stones at you, it may fall at you. So in order to escape, in order to away from this thing, she had to kill Taraka, and his son is Subahu. Then the other son, Maricha, ran away. And he sent an arrow to Maricha, and from there, he takes it to the Bay of Bengal water, sea water, he puts it there in the sea. So that Maricha, Ravana goes to him. When Ravana goes to him, what is this? I say, this is the position. Oh my God, you don't know what Rama is. At the young age of 16-year-old boy, he threw me out from Ayodhya to Bay of Bengal. You can imagine his power. And you want to fight against him. And you want me to accompany you for a plan. No, you don't. That's not correct. You better please go back. Don't listen all those things. I say, no. This is what position is. If you don't listen, I may have to kill you. The Maricha says, what is of killing, being killed by another demon? Better to be killed by Rama. Okay, what do you want me to do? You became a deer. And then you go there, and Sita will cast for a deer, You ran away. Rama comes before you, and then I will take Lakshman also may come. Then I will take your Sita to Lanka. This is plan. If it does not happen, what? Don't put all those questions. Please follow. Okay. He decided that he is going to be killed by Rama. Okay, that's good. Instead of being killed by Ravana, better to kill by Rama. So he agreed. So he did. Now here what happened when Deer was there, Sita asked. So this is the first mistake and last mistake she did. She is carried away by the beauty of the deer when compared to the beauty of her own husband. Whether you want your husband or you want the deer. Today, most of our people, they want so many things in one, so many jewels, so many this, so many that. If they do not give, they blame their husbands. You see, what is the use? What is the marrying? See, that is this is this, that. So that is what we learn. Learn to live with a sacrificial mind, both by husband and as well as wife, woman. Sacrificial life is called known as spirit joy, Joy. The spirit of joy is there by sacrifice, not by selfishness. So here what happened? She became selfish. Sita became selfish, asking for the deer. This is the first mistake and last mistake that I did. And Rama is Satya and Dharma. He is a man who follows Satya at all costs, follows Dharma at all costs. For the mistake Sita did, he had to punish her. Instead of being my company, she wanted the company of a deer. Is it fair? And a married woman to think like that? So she has to be punished. You give her punishment. That we'll talk later on what sort of punishment he gave it. Then okay, he has to accept. Accept a wife's request. Okay, then Lakshmana, see here don't go. Be here. Take care of the Sita. Okay, he went there. So there, story, Maricha was killed. He says, oh Lakshmana, oh Sita, like that. So Sita heard the voice of Rama that he was killed. Then what happened? Sita got scared. So what to do? Lakshmana, where did you go? No. These are all nothing. They're all playing. Don't worry. How can Rama be offended by anybody? Is it possible? Don't worry about it. Then, that means you wanted to seduce me. That is Lakshmana closed his eyes and, oh my God, you are my mother. Can you talk to me like that? He says, your mother. It's all right, mother, why you must go, otherwise I will die before you molest me. Look at this. Then he thought, if I go, I'm disobeying Rama's instructions. If I don't go, this woman might kill suicide. So all better to save the life of a lady. And he went there and he put the line, Lakshman Gita, don't cross beyond that, be inside, like this. So here so Lakshmana made another mistake. Sita made another mistake, assuming that he is going to be molested by her own brother-in-law. These are the two mistakes Sita did in life. You must understand. So for every mistake, there is a punishment. One mistake or punishment in Lanka, another punishment in Ayodhya. All those things we'll talk later on. What are the punishment Rama gave it to her? Then what are the punishment Lakshmana gave it to her? In Lanka itself, he was punished. He was given punishment. We'll see later on. Then what happened? When Sita goes there, when Lakshmana goes there, and Ravana comes, Ravana could not enter because the tilak was there. That is the reason why Agastya made compulsory to Sita, tilak was given by Alusuya, you please put it. That because of the tilak, Ravana could not enter. That is the value of the tilak. Sumangali, we say Dirga Sumangali Bhava. For every function you must have seen ladies have got a beautiful tilak here, but nowadays the plastic, they paste it here, not the real tilak. Real tilak has got the power of opening your eye of devotion. What you buy in the market, there is something they paste it here, red, blue, green, so many colors are pasted. That's not correct. You must put real tilak. You can tell in Tamil, Kukum, Telugu Kukumam, in Hindi tilak. The tilak you must put it, not the artificial one what you get in the market. So because of that, Ravana could not go. Ravana could not go. Then what to do? The entire hut he took it. Entire hut, he took it and going. Then he saw in the same Panchavati, Jatayu was there. Jatayu saw Sita was taking back, and he wanted to arrest Ravana, or he wanted to kill Ravana. But during that fight, she was her one of her wings cut down. She fell down. She fell down with bleeding blood. She was waiting for Rama's arrival. So in the meanwhile, Sita what he did? She threw away all her jewels given by Anasuya. That is symbol where how she went away to other places. So here what happened? Here you must listen carefully. Sita Lakshmana goes to Rama. First thing Rama asks, why did you come? Why did you come? I told you to be there, not to come. Why did you come? No, this is what happened. Sita she was about to wanted to commit suicide if I don't go. So if I go there, if I don't go, she will commit suicide. And I know I'm disobeying your order, but I don't want to her to be killed. Then Rama says, you are giving a value for a human, not fair value for a divine. That's the punishment. That means you are coming down to normal level of a human. You want to save a human, but you don't want to save the divinity. You did not follow my rule. See, in Ramayana, what sort of morals they have? All right, let us go back. Let us go back to hut, our hermitage. Okay, now we will stop this with Sarup. Sarup.
Yes, uncle.
Now it is 10 o'clock.
Sure.
Huh?
Yeah, we can.
We'll stop it. Sharda ji, Sharda, where is Sharda?
Sai Ram uncle here.
You listened to today's story?
Yeah.
Where Tilak, don't put plastic Tilak.
Yes.
Okay.
It protects us.
The Tilak has got power. That opens your wisdom. Your eye of wisdom is opened. That is Tilak. Not the plastic ones. Plastic ones, it has no power. Incub has got the power to open your wisdom. Okay. Okay, Swarup. So next week we'll see if any questions you tell them, Swarup. Swarup, you can tell others also.
I'll message also, uncle. I want to show the reply to the devotees.
Oh, you tell him there's nothing wrong about it.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong about it. After all, what we are talking is 2 plus it is 4. That's all. We did say 3. We did not say 5. So what you say is correct. Tell them. You can show it to them. Swarup.
Yes.
Ask these people if anybody wants any question, let them tell you. You note down all the questions, then we can discuss about the questions. Otherwise, we'll continue with the story. See, in this today's talk, how Sarabanga was waiting for Rama's arrival, even though King Indra called him to his loka to enjoy. No, he did not go, waiting for Rama's arrival. And Agastya gave back all the jewels, all these weapons, everything to Rama. And Agastya enforced Sita to wear the tilak. So many things, all these things we should learn from this Ramayana, that whatever action is done by Swami, we should take it, that's all. We should not question Swami's ideology. One should know what cinnamon, or say, what is it, talk in cinnamon? I don't know, in Tamil. What is it? Varda?
In the meantime, I have one question, uncle.
Tell me.
Shurpaniki means sharp, you said. Mandodari means, I didn't get you.
Mandodari, one was got a small waistline.
Okay.
You people are not Mandodari. You're all having big waistline. She got a small waistline.
Okay.
That is a
Got it.
Mandodari. Small waistline meaning. See, Varda?
Sir?
Karepak ఏమంటారు తమిళ్లో ఇంగ్లీష్ లో కరేపాకు
Curry leaves. What
is that? Once I had lunch in Whitefield in Kodaikanal. So I was all this particular leaf, green color leaf, I was just throwing it out, I was putting it separately. Then Swami came and said, "Hey," he shouted, "eat that first," he said. Without putting any question, I took everything, put in my gulp. Then after he says, any green colored vegetable, it has got xylophin. XYLOPENE. That is antioxidant. That will increase your immunity power. So don't neglect these are God given things, he says. So that is the reason why I'm telling you, just follow what Swami says. Let us follow what Swami says. Okay, Swarup?
Yes, uncle. Yeah.
Okay. So any other question? No other question. We will talk
Sir,
about this.
you wanted cinnamon.
Cinnamon is the lavangam color.
లవంగపట్టాయి
Lavangam. Now talk about karepaku.
కరివేపాకు వచ్చి కర్రీలు ఇస్తా.
Karanisa, whatever it is. That I think you must know. That in Telugu, you know karepaku. You know sir. But you should take it. That's why from that day onward, whenever I get some rasam or whenever I get sambar, all those green leaves, I just take it. I don't leave it. Because Swami's instruction. So therefore, let us follow. Don't question why all other people.
Madam, sir, it is Karuvepilai.
Yes, Karvepille only.
Yeah, correct.
That Karvepille only, Swami says you should not. It has got antioxidant, he says. You see that? We used to throw it away. Though these are all nothing. How do you must eat it. You must eat it. Swami's advice are like that. Okay. So we'll meet again next Saturday. Now we'll talk about Sita was being carried away by Ravana. Then what happened to Rama and Lakshmana? All those things we plan in the next session class. Okay.
Sure, uncle.
Any questions are there? You please get all the questions. You can talk to your questions. Then once you put your 1 or 2 questions, then after you get back to subject.
Sure.
Okay.
Uncle. Yeah, uncle. Actually, I have one question. I think.
Tell me. I'm ready.
Okay, uncle. Actually, I was thinking about in previous lectures you mentioned how Swami asks us to experience. Have you experienced me? Nannu anubhavinchinava. So.
Nanu anubhavinchinava.
Yes.
So, let us take. Suppose there is a food you like the particular dish, and that particular dish food you can't gulp it just like that. Then it becomes a hurt here, gas formation. It does not go. It does not get into the stomach. Gas formation it comes. You did not relish it, the sweetness of that particular food. The same sweet, you sit down calmly, quietly, take a little bit by bit, by munch everything, see everything, it becomes a pulp, then gulp it. Then when it goes to the stomach, then you enjoy the sweetness of that particular dish. There's a difference between one who takes in a hurry, one who takes calmly, quietly. So similarly here, if you want to accept God's grace, God's divinity in you, experience in you, means you sit in a calm place, quietly. All your 5 senses, first of all, you must stop it. Close your eyes. Don't smell. Don't listen to ears. Don't touch. Don't talk. Close your lips. All the 5 gross senses are closed. Then within yourself, now you are mentoring Sai Swaraya Vidmahe. Mention that. You like it. Sai Swaraya Vidmahe Satyadeva Dhimai. Mention that. Keep on. Mention slowly. There is no question of time. Sai Swaraya Vidmahe Satyadeva Dhimahi. Slowly, calmly. Then every vibration of every word goes inside. It goes to the whereas outside now you are chanted all the mantras, Chamakam Rudram, you are chanting. Everything goes out. That is, you are purifying the air. Yes, it's a good thing. But you have to purify yourself first. You have to purify yourself. That means you must have contemplation. That is called contemplation. By doing this, by calmly mentioning that whatever mantra you want to have it. Then when you are mentioning that mantra, Sai, Suraya, think of the form. Close your eyes. Now, for example, I saw you are beginning. Swami was talking. I was Swami a particular profile. What a beautiful nose, what a beautiful eye, what a beautiful lips. I was enjoying. That enjoyment without expecting anything in return is called experience. Without my own knowledge, I say, Swami, I can't shout. Because why? You're experiencing. So experience comes only, first of all, complete the 5 gross senses closed. You need not have to, you can lie down. You can lie down also, you can sit down calmly, sofa, you can sit down in the sofa, close your eyes. Don't smell, don't hear, don't talk, and don't touch. All the by gross senses are controlled. First thing you should do it. If you do it, then you slowly experience. Next you practice this. Next week you tell me what did you practice. I'll give you a second step, second stage. Okay. So
Sure, uncle. Yeah, yes, uncle.
could do it. See, that increases a lot of wisdom. You find this world is mad world. The so-called dance, they're playing the songs in Hindi song, Tamil song, dancing. These are all good. Too useless. You see the divinity. I think I wrote an essay. I think the Tamil Nadu SP I gave. He has got 8 classical dances of India. It is not dancing. It is called Natya. Mohiniyattam, Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, Odissi, Kathakali, Kathak, and Kshatriya. Like that, 8 dances. I explained each dance why. It is only nothing else between devotee and God. I explained. I think Varda, you got the yesterday?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
I can forward to.
You forward to all the people. It is Natya. Natya means movement. Movement in what? Contemplation in movement. The one who acts a dance, she thinks she is a dancer. No, she thinks she is Radha. Or she is Krishna. So naturally, those who sing, they feel they are also immersed in singing. And those who saw the movement of our expression, our expressions in the eyes, you see that, then you explain, Are. And especially Kuchipudi for Telugu people, Kuchipudi means it is only between Mahabhagavatam. From Srimad Bhagavatam, it is taken between Radha and Gopikas and Krishna, nothing else. Kuchipudi means only these 3. This came to existence 2000 years ago in Telugu. In Bharatanatyam means it's praying about the Lord Nataraja, Lord Ganesha, Lord Ishvara, all the that is Bharatanatyam. Mohiniyattam means what? That is Kerala. Mohiniyattam is from Kerala. Kerala, what they do is, the Mohini means, what is the actual incarnation of Mohini? When non-believers, demons took away the nectar, the devas could not get it. Mohini came and saw the beauty of the Mohini, and the demons fell at her feet and gave the nectar to her. You better share everything. You better share to us all. She did not share anybody. She just shared only to these people. So Mohiniyattam means if you are what we learn, don't join the bad company. That is Mohiniyattam. Lord came. Both are fighting. Who are fighting? Demons and devas. Who are fighting? Our own heart. Where is the Milky Ocean? There is no Milky Ocean. All salt oceans only are there. The Milky Ocean is your heart. In that heart, you got good qualities and bad qualities. So Mohini comes. That is power of intelligence comes in, takes it, remove all the bad things and give good things. This is Mohiniyattam. Then Kathakali. Then the Kathakali again comes from Kerala. So much of makeup. They spend more than one day for their makeup and all. Only nothing else but story of Rama, story of Krishna like that. So this is the reason why you should enjoy our own Natyas. Natya, Nritya. See, you don't get a passion when you see a girl dancing like that. You see the divinity in her. Experience that kind of a thing. I've given some of the dances also to Bharata. If you want Sharda, you can get him from him. He'll give you what is the craving desire for Radha to Krishna. The song and the dance, everything I've given it to Varda. Please contact him. Varda, please pass all to him. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. Today I'm supposed to vote for vote. Today is election day in our area.
Okay, uncle.
I have not gone. Let me see. Okay. So we'll
Sure.
meet next Saturday.
Sure, uncle.
Okay. Shanti. So Sai Ram to you. Sai Ram to all. Sai Ram to all.
Sai Ram.
I'll disconnect.
Sairam, everyone.
Good second. I'll disconnect.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Right, I'll disconnect.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, everyone. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sairam.